The national high school graduation rate has reached an all-time high, but how does high school attainment differ among racial and ethnic groups? And have these gaps between racial and ethnic groups changed over time? A new NCES report uses high school status completion rates to explore these questions. Various rates can be used to measure high school attainment. For example, graduation rates follow a single cohort of students over time as they progress through high school. In the 2012-13 school year, the national adjusted cohort graduation rate for public school students was 81%. The status completion rate, on the other hand, shows the percentage of all 18 to 24-year-olds who have completed high school. Completers include individuals who obtained a regular high school diploma from a public or private high school, as well as those who completed an alternative credential, such as a GED. Individuals still enrolled in high school are excluded from these calculations. The national status completion rate was 92% in 2013. In 2013, the Black and Hispanic status completion rates were lower than the white and Asian rates, and the rates for all these groups were lower than the rate for Pacific Islander young adults. In addition, the status completion rate for American Indian, Alaska Native young adults was 92%, and the rate for young adults of 2 or more races was 94%. The total high school status completion rate showed no clear trend during the 1990s, but increased from 86% in 2000 to 92% in 2013. Status completion rates for Black and Hispanic young adults followed a similar pattern, with no measurable change during the 1990s and increases between 2000 and 2013. The rate for Black young adults was 83% in 1990 and rose from 84% in 2000 to 92% in 2013. The rate for Hispanic young adults was 59% in 1990 and rose from 64% in 2000 to 85% in 2013. The rate for white young adults increased from 90% in 1990 to 94% in 2013. As a result of these changes, the gap in status completion rates between white and Hispanic 18 to 24-year-olds narrowed from 31 percentage points in 1990 to 9 percentage points in 2013. Most of this narrowing occurred after 2000. The difference in completion rates for white and Black young adults also narrowed. There was no measurable change between 1990 and 2000, but the gap narrowed from 8 percentage points in 2000 to 3 percentage points in 2013. Status completion rates also varied by recency of immigration to the United States. The rate for Hispanic young adults born outside the U.S. was 73%, which was lower than the rate for Hispanics born inside the U.S. The status completion rate was 89% for first-generation Hispanics, which are those individuals who have at least one foreign-born parent, and 90% for second-generation or later Hispanics. Within each of the 3 immigration categories, rates were lower for Hispanic young adults than for non-Hispanic young adults. Among non-Hispanics, there were no measurable differences in status completion rates across immigration categories. Visit nces.ed.gov to learn more and view the full report on high school dropout and completion rates. The report Status and Trends in the Education of Racial and Ethnic Groups also contains information on educational attainment among racial and ethnic groups.